My younger sister blamed her ADHD meltdowns on me for years, so I let her blame one that destroyed her future. I lived with a ticking time bomb called Emma, but she was different from those siblings who were jealous. She didn't copy me, she dragged me all the way down. If I walked past her room, her screaming fit was my fault. If I ate breakfast, her morning meltdown was because of my chewing. If I got an A on a test, her sobbing breakdown was due to my academic pressure. It started small, almost believable even, like when I was doing homework in middle school. Emma convinced our parents she couldn't focus because my pencil was too loud. I didn't care since I just moved to another room, but by high school it got vicious. I'd spent weeks planning my birthday party freshman year, just a movie night with 5 friends. An hour before they arrived, Emma had a complete meltdown about too many strangers in her safe space. My parents made me cancel while my friends were literally driving over. The humiliation was unbearable, and I became the girl who canceled everything last minute. Even Dad took her side and said to me one day, "You need to stop triggering your sister's condition. Emma's therapist says her ADHD makes her sensitive to your presence. We're considering sending you to your aunt's if you can't be more careful." 3 months later, I was guarding my Columbia acceptance letter like my life depended on it. I'd worked 3 years for perfect grades and spent weeks perfecting my essays. I kept the letter hidden in different places, inside my pillowcase, behind picture frames, even in tampon boxes. But Emma had been watching me. On one particular morning in February, she cornered me at breakfast. "You're hiding something. I can tell by your disgusting happy face." I denied it, but she ran to my room, locked the door, and started destroying everything while I begged her to stop. She found it taped under my desk drawer, but she didn't just get upset. She filmed herself having the worst meltdown ever, slamming her head into my mirror, then posted it everywhere tagging Columbia. But the worst part came when she looked at me through her fake tears. I told them, "You've been physically abusing me. Mom already confirmed it. You're never leaving me." Columbia rescinded within hours, and something inside me just broke. That's when I decided to give Emma exactly what she wanted, the biggest meltdown of her life. I found the perfect trap, a Broadway summer intensive program Emma desperately wanted but needed a final evaluation for. The director, Michelle, was coming to our school to evaluate final candidates, and I knew from research that her own daughter had severe ADHD. I started being inconsiderate in all the ways Emma claimed triggered her. I wore that horrible vanilla perfume. I tapped my fingers during her practice runs, and on evaluation day, I positioned myself perfectly. Emma would perform in the black box theater, but she'd have to pass through the lobby where I'd be sitting. I spread out my calculus notes with those triggering bright highlighters right by the entrance. I knew Emma couldn't resist such a perfect audience. Emma walked into that lobby and stopped dead. Her audition was in 10 minutes. She looked at me, then at the theater door where Michelle was waiting. I saw her calculating. If she had a meltdown now, Michelle would see it, feel sorry for her, maybe even give her special consideration. She'd done this before every important event. So she started her meltdown and screamed right in my face, "You knew I was auditioning today. You're sabotaging me with triggers. I can't audition like this." Michelle came out immediately. "What's happening?" Emma threw herself into a chair, sobbing. "My sister knows vanilla perfume triggers my ADHD. She's trying to ruin my Broadway chance." Michelle pulled out a notepad, but her face was oddly neutral. "What accommodations do you need?" Emma wailed louder. "Make her leave. I need a safe space." Michelle kept writing. "Your application mentioned medication. Did you take it today?" Emma's sobbing hiccup. "My mom handles that." Michelle nodded. "The Broadway program requires medication compliance. You submitted documentation, correct?" Emma's performance was cracking. "Yes, but I don't actually take it." Michelle looked up. "Why not?" Emma was panicking now, fake tears drying. "I sell." She caught herself. Michelle waited. Emma tried restarting the tears. "She's making me confused. I don't even need the medication because the diagnosis is..." Her face went white. "Because the diagnosis is what?" Michelle asked. Emma looked trapped. "Fake. My mom's friend wrote it for accommodations." Her voice broke. "But this is her fault." Michelle was already dialing the school. I hadn't even said a word. 6 months later, Emma was doing community service for prescription fraud and living at home with no future prospects. She told everyone I'd set her up, but after years of crying wolf about triggers, she sounded more like a bitter liar than a victim.